It's week 1 of the 2025 season, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Lions and the Packers, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Partner, there's no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players, though. OTAs, training camp, preseason has all led to this moment when they officially kick this one off to get the season underway.
Two teams that have met at least twice a year since 1932. The Lions and Packers underway from Lambeau. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl and came really within one quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
And this will wind up a Lions first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
To throw is Goff. He'll find Williams on the slant. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Second down and a yard. From the gun, here's Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. And the Lions first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Complete to right. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's second down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
In motion goes Patrick. Oh, the motion comes too late. And this is going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still second down.
How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
Bates' kick is good, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And at the start of Jordan Love's NFL career, he had one of the best seats in the stadium watching Aaron Rodgers work. But now he's looking for more than that. Rocket arm, big play potential, and he wants to show this organization that he's capable of being a dependable starter for the foreseeable future.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing. Love. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On fourth down, the Packers call on Daniel Whelan to punt. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
They will face a 2nd and 9 now following the penalty. Here's Goff. Throw left side, caught by Laporta. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. In motion goes Patrick. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Out of the gun, Goff. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Detroit.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 7. In motion goes Patrick. Here's Goff. And this one's incomplete.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
From the gun on third down, Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams, 45 yards. And the Lions are able to add on to that lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Lloyd. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. Love, they go play action now. This completes to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw now. Here's Love. Looking deep here for Dobbs. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Jamison Williams and the Lions get set for this next possession. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. And they'll send the tight end in motion. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. all runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Goff. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Montgomery on the counter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Now it's Goff. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lloyd. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taken on the 25. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Lions will take over. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Lions offense getting set once again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Goff now looks to throw. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Over the middle and take it in by Laporta. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, it doesn't.
First half.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for your risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach, he may want to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a 3-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. That is caught. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Joseph on the coverage.
Again, it's Love. That's caught left side by Hardman. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week one as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a unit that's depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
Second and goal from the 1. Jacobs will take this one in for a Packer touchdown.
Ah, what a luxury it is to be able to call a bowling ball like Josh Jacobs down near the goal line. 5'10", 220 pounds, and he's not afraid to get in there and get the tough yards. He finishes off this drive with a touchdown run.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And leading 10-7, they may just want to get this to the locker room. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Now a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll get started out in Denver. And late in the first half, it's the Broncos who are out on top. 2 touchdown passes there for Bo Nix. From there, we head up to the Pacific Northwest. Check on the Seahawks at home in Seattle. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting 49ers who are out in front. Demarcus Robinson, a touchdown reception. Lastly, we head to Southern California to check on the Rams at home at SoFi Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Devontae Adams, a touchdown reception. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Lloyd. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Love. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll fake the jet sweep there. Instead, hand to Jacobs up the middle. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, Love. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
McManus on for the field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
And that is no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. That's complete to Laporta. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Lions first down.
Now gone. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams. Already his second touchdown here in this opening.
We're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packers offense set to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Up the middle they go. It's Lloyd. Oh, what a move. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On play action, Love to throw. Now this aired out deep for Reed. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Love now. Short throw. He's got Kraft. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Going back to Love. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
68 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Goff now to throw. Well, this is caught by Williams. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now Goff. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. To the air again. Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
To throw is Goff. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Back to throw, Goff. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation.
And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road, week one. You're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Now Love. Short throw, he's got Kraft. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And this offense on third down today, they've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. Now this aired out deep for Reed. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
This is taken around the 12. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to take over once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And he fields it cleanly. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Reed. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's good for a Green Bay Packers.
Here's Love. That's to Kraft, the tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Love looking to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Reed. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. Being chased out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 24-yard line.
To throw now. Here's Love. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
He's going to have the 1st down and more than that. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Luke Musgrave, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Gibbs gets popped and he loses the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. The Packers ready to take over offensively. They trail by 2 scores in the fourth, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. Now time to see what this offense has left in the tank. They got the fumble recovery. Now here's Love to pass. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 2nd and 10. Throwing. Love. It fights him off. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Love from the gun. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Again, it's Love. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Packers have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. So they get the score, partner. Game's not over, but they still need some help here.
Agreed, they definitely need some help, but they took care of the first part by scoring themselves.
McManus's point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense. When you're in a zone like he is, what's the conversation like on the sideline between he and his quarterback? Is that a one-way conversation of, hey, just keep getting me the football?
It actually is probably a two-way conversation because he wants to keep getting him the football because he's seen the payoff. You know, getting the ball to that guy means yardage, and as we've seen, touchdowns in this game. So I think both of them get more and more excited about the possibilities as things continue on.
Yeah, so far it's been over 100 yards and the 2 scores. Counter play, here's Gibbs. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. He'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Gone. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
That is caught. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. Throw left side complete. That's right. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. From the gun, here's Goff. There's Laporta. He's got it. Touchdown, Lions. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And the Lions will add to their 4th quarter lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now the Packers get set to go. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. To pass, here's Jordan Love. That's complete to Dobbs. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Love. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. That's complete to Wicks. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10. Love. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Now Love. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Love looking to throw it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Here's Love. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
So here now is Brandon McManus in a big spot. This to get it back to a 1-score game. The kick by McManus is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. So we're back to a 1-score game, and now you figure we'll likely see an onside kick.
Yeah, they've only got the 1 timeout remaining, so I think they've got to take a chance at getting the ball back.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Detroit, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.